Alberta Premier Danielle Smith has been asking for this for years, and it looks like she's going to get a little bit closer to getting finally a pipeline that's going to connect the oil sands in Alberta with a facility on British Columbia's west coast to export oil. There's been some developments in LNG, liquefied natural gas facilities in Kitimat, and also another one planned closer to Prince Rupert. But this would be a different one that actually sends bitumen oil, much heavier, and it comes with some consequences. But yes, there are multiple reports that Carney, the Prime Minister, and Smith are close to a memo of understanding, basically an agreement setting out the terms in which this pipeline would be developed. A couple of stumbling blocks here. The big thing from the point of view of Alberta is a federal law that limits the use of oil tankers on BC's west coast. This is a law that was brought in 2019 under the Trudeau government, but in reality, it has been observed in practice for something over 50 years. There just hasn't been oil tanker traffic on that part of British Columbia's west coast. Of course, there is on the southern part, closer to Vancouver and Burnaby, where the TMX pipeline connects, and of course, oil tankers take that product out to markets. But this plan would be on the northern part, where has never really seen oil tanker traffic before. And there was talk about bringing it there, but then of course we had the Exxon Valdez spill back in the 1980s that kind of discouraged anybody from pursuing that, because this area is so environmentally sensitive, and it is very unlikely that the coastal First Nations who have responsibility for this area are going to agree to bringing a pipeline in there, as well as David Eby, the Premier of British Columbia, has been opposed to it. Listen to what he had to say last week when he heard reports that this negotiation was proceeding between Ottawa and Alberta.
I've reached out to Ottawa to express that business in British Columbia should be discussed with British Columbia at the table. That message was delivered by me unequivocally to senior ministers within the government, and I'm assured was passed on to the Prime Minister. My sincere hope is that Ottawa recognizes both the jurisdiction of British Columbia and also the common sense that you might want to check with the locals if you're discussing policy in their province.